Hello. Okay, it is streaming that stuff. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Just gonna start this thing here. Hold on. There we go. So the Golden Globes are dead.
Yeah.
Why? What happened?
Because they're stupid and people just realized it.
Really?
Pretty much. There was some expose by the Los Angeles Times talking about like the inner workings of their organization, and they basically just said what everybody who's been paying attention has already known for a while, where it's just like,
Your audio sounds kind of weird.
Does it?
Yeah, a little bit.
How so?
Maybe.
What kind of
I don't
weird?
know. It sounds a little it just it doesn't really sound like how it usually does. I guess.
Is everybody else agreeing with
lower
that?
quality, I guess.
Low quality?
Sounds kind of off.
What
Yeah,
about
low quality.
what about to the stream? Does it sound stupid on the stream too? So I can try fixing that, but I'll wait for somebody to, unless one of you wants to open the stream thing and see if it's happening there. Or maybe I could. Oh, apparently it sounds good on the stream. I don't know. Then I guess it's just
a Zoom thing.
Something happening with Zoom. I can try.
Oh, Zoom.
I can try taking directly from my audio interface. How does that sound? Does that sound better?
Not really.
No? Weird. Okay, well, I mean, as long as you can understand what I'm saying, I guess it's fine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
All right. So, last month you said you would like postpone your work on the Lion King video until May because of your wrist, and any updates on that since it's May now? It's fine if
I
you
said I would
still
start
want to recover
editing,
a little more.
working on it again in May. I've started doing more voiceover on it, so I am still working on it.
All right.
But May 31st is still in May, so if that's how long I need to heal, then I'm gonna take until
That's
then.
fair.
Yeah. But
I noticed you got that poster.
Yeah.
So how many films have you seen from it?
I don't know. Watch the video. You count it. I don't know.
Well, you're talking about your Oscars video?
No, there was a highlights channel video for the poster. I'm not gonna count it right now. But yeah, like I don't know, like part of the reason why my arm hasn't been like healing as fast as it could probably is because I'm still like doing bits of editing and typing and all that stuff here and there. Like I'm not completely off of it, because there's some things that I have to do to make sure that there's like any content coming at all, right? So
yeah,
like staying off of my wrist for the larger projects and not spending the whole day editing or playing a game and stuff, like that's what I've been cutting out. But when it comes down to it, like there's still, you know, to go over someone else's edit and make changes to it is still editing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm prepared to try to continue staying off of it for another couple weeks or so, and if it's not better by June, then I'm gonna have to like try and get somebody else to help edit the rest of the Lion King video or something, because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. It would be great if I could just leave and go on vacation, but COVID's here, so that's not something I could do.
All right, so anyway, I watched that highlight video of you like reacting to those old trailers, and that was awesome. And since you found all the anti-Asian stuff in the booty call trailer so funny, you should react to the Norbit trailer. There's so much of that in there.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
awful. Like literally Eddie Murphy doing like yellow face to make himself look like an old Asian man.
Oh no.
And he's like saying all these like racist things.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, like Armin White was like, oh, every single one of these characters feels like a real person, even though they're all obviously racist stereotypes.
Well, perhaps that's his view of the world.
Of course, Armin.
I mean, he called Minori like diversity propaganda, so yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, Minori's not an immigrant movie because the kid himself, who the movie story is based on, was born in America, and it doesn't matter that his parents were born in Korea. It's not an immigrant movie."
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
You exist.
All right.
Yeah, the Golden Globes are done. For a year, I guess.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Heck. I heard about that.
I like that profile pic.
Rinse elements of your picture.
Nobody cares.
Thank you.
No, that's really funny. Is that like Doorman?
I was about to ask.
What were you about to ask?
It's an asset for a highlight that's not out yet.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's pretty sus.
Those Dharma videos are a gem.
They're my new favorite thing. And what's funny is I didn't realize how many videos I had reacted to, but now that they're all separate on the highlights channel, it's like, holy shit, that's a lot. It was from like 2 days. Most of them are from the April 1st and April 14th stream.
No way.
And then there was
so
unironically, I forget what it was. I forget what the comment was under, but if you scrolled to the bottom, so obviously not representative of a lot of the community, but just a particular person with like 2 upvotes was like, geez, Adam has all this time to watch Darman videos and not enough time to edit his Lion King video. It's like, that was literally just 2 days. It's just like, what's crazy about it is like the amount of content that can come out of like just a couple hours of streaming every like week, right? And then you have all these channels that do essentially that. And people who watch those channels are conditioned to that style of like, oh yeah, just like few minutes each day sort of videos or whatever, like really lazy, just like stream something and upload bits of it. And then people are like, oh, that's like a full-time thing. But nobody understands the work that goes into like editing, researching, like all the other stuff that makes up like the bigger YMS content. It's like, oh fuck. It's like I can see why so many YouTubers do lower effort content if like the audience doesn't even recognize it as low effort.
Yep.
I'd be down if you were like to create a channel specifically for Darman content. That would be hilarious.
Yep,
no, because I don't want to push it to the point where like there's something that could potentially be against YouTube TOS. Because like, I don't think you're allowed to make an entire channel that's just specifically exists to criticize another channel on YouTube. I mean, maybe technically you are, but I'm sure they'd find a way to call that harassment or something. So,
is there an example of that? Like, has there ever been a channel just to diss another one? Like
there's at least one for me.
Yeah.
There's I've seen them before. Yeah.
The person with the video, like YMS's Cinema Sins or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
That person.
Yeah, there's
that
like
person is scary. They are obsessed.
They want attention, so we should just not talk about them because this is exactly why they make their content, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that guy who was like trying to harass you over Kimba. He clearly just wants attention.
I'm not sure about that one.
Why not?
Because they're...
he's just crazy.
Yeah, like...
Suspicious.
Yeah. There are crazy people that exist.
Oh, brother. The sky is like crazy people exist.
If if you're implying that it's a troll that is mentally above the situation and being
I'm
like,
not
haha, you
saying
think
that, no.
you think I'm crazy, but I'm not. The
don't know if I'm
entire
saying
amount of
that,
effort
no.
being put into it would make them crazy anyway. There's a package at my door. I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Mm,
Have fun.
mm.
So like the other day, I saw the Mortal Kombat film.
How'd that go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
thought
meaning
for
to
the most
see
part,
that one.
it was pretty hype.
Yeah, same.
Although I kind of cringe a little bit when they start making those like after they kill their opponents, they'll say like flawless victory or fatality. It's like I thought that was a
He's
bit
gonna
on
suck
the
the
nose
soul
there.
out of it.
Are you a Mortal Kombat fan? Like going in?
Not really.
You see,
I
like
mean,
the
Like I
Nintendo
will watch.
64. Did you ever see the cutscenes from the Nintendo 64 one where Jax is like dangling some dude off a cliff and says, "This is not a brutality. This is a fatality."
Oh.
What?
Yeah, it's from like the
That's
Nintendo
pretty
64
funny.
one. I think it was like Mortal Kombat 4. There's a donkey video.
Beatrice.
The only Mortal
It's
Kombat
really,
game
really,
I've
really
played
funny.
is the one where you fight all the DC characters in that crossover.
Oh yeah, heroic brutality, they call it.
Mhm.
Oh brother.
Yeah, it's just.
What was that one film that Adam reviewed? It was one with Daisy Ridley, Tom Holland, and
Chaos
Mads
Walking?
Mikkelsen.
Chaos Walking.
Yeah, Chaos
Chaos
Walking.
Walking.
Yeah, that was a great review. It's too bad like
yeah.
Lionsgate is like blocking it apparently.
Not anymore.
Wow.
Not anymore. It's back up.
Oh, thank God.
Probably embarrassed. Looks like
Yeah.
an awful movie.
Like ever since I played Death Stranding and I heard about this guy, I thought his name was pronounced Mads Mikkelsen, not Mods.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying both.
Understandable.
Either way. I've
You know,
heard, 'cause I've
there's-
heard both, you know.
Yeah. There's
God, I
this
fucking
other-
hated Chaos Walking.
Yeah, it looks
God,
so
I'm excited
stupid.
now.
Oh brother.
I think I gave it like a 3, and then I thought about it and dropped it to a 1. Like,
Yeah, like the trailer, like the marketing for the movie was so awful. They were constantly saying things like, "Forget everything you know. This is the real like epic adventure story you've been waiting for," or something. It was so obnoxious.
everything
I
you-
hate that. Right?
Forget
Like the
everything
same
you
thing
know
of-
about fine dining and breathing.
It was like the same thing of Promising Young Woman almost, because the trailers for that movie were like, "Yeah, this is a film that's gonna start a conversation and jolt you awake." Like,
Oh,
come
it'll start a
on.
conversation, all right.
we're just going to start a conversation.
Yeah, it's like 13 Reasons Why. It's so dumb.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that series.
Oh,
that's
Sorry
the
about
thing.
that.
I couldn't even finish like the first season. I got 3 episodes in,
What are you talking about?
and
I've watched-
we're talking about
13
13 Reasons Why.
Oh, my.
I
favorite
got I got 3 episodes in, and I'm like, unironically, my high school homework was more fun than watching this.
show. Mhm.
All
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
mean,
is the
I
2001.
love the Adam and Pals
That's
videos.
nothing.
I've seen all of those. Those are like the only things making that show entertaining, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
that's
of
why
the
they
stuff is
exist.
Boring.
To turn them into.
I've watched the first
something
3 seasons, but I couldn't bring myself to watch the 4th one. I just didn't have the willpower.
The 4th one
Yeah,
was like
totally.
the best one.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was so stupid.
It looks completely irrelevant to the first one.
Yeah,
Do we live in
it's
society?
not really about
lines.
Hannah Baker anymore.
We live in this society.
Total.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're like
Yeah.
standing on a
I
car
might
while
I might
saying
give it a
that.
chance.
Oh yeah, and speaking
Like
of
14
Adam and
years
Pals, are you interested in doing Adam and Pals for like the original Mortal Kombat movies, Adam? Because I watched the
Oh, I don't
podcast
know.
episode, and I saw that you said you were interested in seeing the original one. And, you know, it could be a
Annihilation is
fun-
really, really funny, though.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry,
it's supposed to be,
I
like, one of
have
the
to check one
worst.
more thing right now. It's time sensitive.
Too bad you will
Did
die.
Paul W.S. Anderson direct both of those Mortal Kombat films from
No.
the 90s?
No,
He directed the second one.
Direct the
Yeah, it
second.
was-
No,
No,
he directed the first one, and the
Yeah, I
second
directed
one
the
was
first
someone else.
Oh.
Yeah, I said I don't think he
They
directed the
went
second
down from
one.
Paul
Oh,
W.S.
sorry, I got
Anderson.
confused.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really care about Mortal Kombat enough to want to watch the new movie.
Yeah, me neither.
The fatalities are a lot of fun. I like watching them on YouTube and seeing how fucking absurdly grotesque they are, but I tried the actual game and it just felt too button mashy.
Yeah, and people were like mad at Adam after he called like the Mortal Kombat games like button mashers. They're like, "Oh, he knows nothing about the lore. What a joke." I've never played.
It's always
the
about the lore.
Yeah, there's no story, is there?
Like
the
they just got
There is a
really
story,
mad
but
at
it's
him
like
in the
very
comments.
convoluted.
Play Mortal Kombat for the story.
Yeah, the campaign.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like saying I read Playboy for the articles.
I mean, I do.
Watch Kill the Kill for the plot. I've never actually seen that, so I just
Yeah, it's not
saw a
bad.
screenshot of it.
Yeah, I like that studio. They make some fun anime. Although I didn't like Promare at all. It was probably my...
Yeah,
It's like, it looked nice, but everything else about it was just bad, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I remember kind of liking it when I first saw it, but every time I think about it now, it's just really annoying. They just play this incredibly loud music over everything. The plot's like really
Sorry about that.
cliched.
Super
Yeah,
cliche.
it's kind of bad.
I like
Welcome back.
Promare like visually, but everything else I just
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
visuals
visuals
look
are
cool,
top notch.
but
Hello,
it just
hello.
felt bombastic.
Oh hey.
Hi. Yeah, at the end of the theatrical screening, they had a fucking sing-along of the main theme and everyone was just sitting there super awkwardly. It's like,
For what?
It's like, yeah, no. I've had enough of this. I've
For
had
what?
enough of this
For
movie
what?
for one life.
Yeah, sing
We're
along.
talking
with
about
what?
Promare,
The main theme of
the
the movie.
anime movie.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Adam, we're talking about Promare. It's
cool.
this,
Let's stop
anime
talking
movie
about
that came
anime.
For a
I was
minute, I
watching.
thought-
Anime
Imagine
is
liking anime.
Anime is boring. Why would you ever want to talk about that?
There's like 4 anime I like in existence, but
Boy in the house?
my mind kind of blurred out, and I thought for a minute we were still talking about Mortal Kombat.
Salamander, I don't know if your audio is
so
supposed
thought
to
we
be
were still
so
talking
deep
about that.
fried, but I'm just letting you know just in case.
Yeah.
I don't really care. But...
Fried. Oh no.
No, it sounds like
I should have let you know about it earlier.
sounds like
I'm sorry.
a MLG
Sounds-
video, you know?
Yeah, it sounds super distorted.
Sounds like you're on Xbox
Well, you
Live.
pulled a Ralph.
Sounds
the
really
good old days.
distorted.
How's my audio?
So you sound
Sounds
fine.
good.
I started watching I watched the first episode of the television series Wolf Creek, which is based off of
Sound
the
fine now?
horror movie. Yeah, you sound perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah.
better.
So Australia had a horror movie in 2005 called Wolf Creek, and it was fine. It was a mediocre slasher film, with a bit of character
read-
to it because it was very.
Did you read Roger Ebert's review of it? He gave it like
I might at
0
some point.
stars.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
was
roasted.
it was a very Australian thing, and it became successful. And then I watched because you know, when I'm going through my 2016 list stuff, I'm basically just watching everything that's on my watch list for that year, and Wolf Creek, the TV show, just happened to come out in 2016. So I watched the first episode, and it was really, really funny. It was like one of the funniest things I've seen. And so I'm probably going to
Really?
continue watching it. It's not supposed to be funny.
What's it about exactly?
It's you know how Friday the 13th has Jason? Well, Wolf Creek just
Sure.
has some Australian dude. Yeah, and he's like,
He's like,
I don't-
Jason.
I'm sure
He's like,
Australians would
"Hey,
have like a
mate,
term for that.
I'm gonna kill you.
Like he's kind of like just a
Oh.
outback man who's really good with a sniper rifle and a Bowie knife or whatever you call it. And so he's just like an outdoorsy Australian, and so because there are people who hitchhike and I don't know, vacation in the outback, or you know, tourists, he just decides to kill them. And I watched the first episode of the show. It was hilarious. It was hilarious enough that it made me want to watch the film sequel Wolf Creek 2 just to see if that was funny at all. It wasn't as funny,
And
but Wolf Creek 2
Can
was
you
like
give it like a
kind
2
of
out
bad.
of 10?
Yeah.
Well, Wolf Creek 2 is like really not good, but there's actually really good acting between Nick Taylor and the guy that he brings up a knife and is like, "This will make you a woman." It's really fucking crazy.
I mean, I understand the charm of the villain character because he does have some kind of charm. Like it's definitely a fun villain. I like the villain. But yeah, the fucking TV show because it's a television show. It's a Stan original. I don't know if that's a television station in Australia, but it's called Stan. And yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with it. The first episode was like an hour long, but like the initial incident was just so weirdly rushed and really sloppily put together, and like. Yeah, I guess I'll just say some of the funny bits about it. It's just like he kills this person's family, and then the person escapes, and then like just immediately like the dialogue of the police officers investigating and like the detectives is just so bad because they're just talking with each other. It's like, what if it was just a figment of her imagination? It's like, why would you say there's dead people died? Like you're standing next to like the burning. Like the burnt RV, like it's. Why would you say that? It was so weird, but it was really funny. I can't wait. I'm gonna keep watching through it. I'm actually kind of debating, keeping the bad things I watched from my 2016 watch list, and just keeping those aside, and maybe I could like make a video of like, here are the worst things I watched of the year. Even though I don't try to go out of my way to watch the worst movies in a year, but
yeah, where do you think the BFG would rank? Where do you think like the BFG would?
It's not the worst thing I saw in the year. I don't know. You saw my rating, right? What did I rate it?
Yeah, a 3, but it was
yeah,
like
that's how I would
Steven
rank
Spielberg's biggest box office failure or something.
I guess
it had
so.
a ton of marketing behind it. Like I remember seeing ads for it constantly, like even on like the side of buses and stuff.
It was better than Warcraft.
Yeah.
BFG Disney.
Yeah.
The highest of bars.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
skipped
Warcraft
through
made it like a
Warcraft.
film,
I think
didn't they?
I believe that skipping through Warcraft is the correct way to watch it. It's just
Wonder
catching
what
like
that
bits of
was,
frames every few minutes.
Jones?
Yeah, Duncan Jones, the celebrated director of Mute. Anyone remember that movie?
It was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, with Paul Duggan.
No, I don't remember.
I mean, but to be fair, he also made Moon, which I remember being pretty good.
That seemed like
And
a
I am-
fluke at this point.
And I am kind of curious to watch Source Code, even though the ending's apparently really bad.
The ending is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
I actually had a question that kind of goes a little off topic.
Sure, go for it.
You probably mentioned it like before, but what do you think of the new Suicide Squad trailer?
I mean, it's a low bar to pass. It'll be better than the first movie. I don't remember too much about the trailer other than there's some new characters that I wasn't familiar with that look kind of interesting. There's like a shark, a street shark.
Polka Dot Man?
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
FPS Russia.
Yeah,
Venom 2,
it's
about the Carnage trailer.
I like that they're sticking with the like synchronized to a popular song format for the trailer. I'm pretty sure they did that if I remember correctly.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, they did that.
this time.
They used Bohemian Rhapsody for the 2016 one.
Exactly.
And yet
That was
it
a
only
really
played
popular
for, like,
trailer.
Yet it only
People
played
thought
for,
that
like,
movie
2
was going to be
seconds.
good. Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, and yet it only.
God.
I think that song only played for like 2 seconds in the actual movie.
Oh yeah, it never reflects the tone of the film. Right.
I only
Yeah.
remember the
so.
shark character from the Harley Quinn show.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It's a
Yeah.
solid show.
Oh yeah,
Also,
I haven't seen all of it, but I liked what I saw.
it's
have
pretty
you seen-
hype.
have you seen the trailer for A Quiet Place 2?
I saw
did.
the teaser fucking a year or more ago. When was that teaser out? Is there a new
but
trailer?
There's like a new trailer out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm especially curious to hear what you'd have to say about this, because your reaction to the trailer for the first movie was, "Oh, this is gonna be a movie everybody's gonna like and I'm gonna hate."
Oh, was it?
So
I don't
I'm curious
remember.
to see.
Well, yeah, because
I'm
I don't know,
curious
because
to
it's the whole premise is just like, how do we keep these characters in danger when realistically they shouldn't be? Right? That's
Dude,
the entire premise of the movie.
That whiteboard in that fucking movie is so funny.
Yeah, I don't
the
remember that
whiteboard
much.
that's like how many?
Yeah.
3 confirmed.
Oh yeah,
Monster.
yeah, I forgot
So
about that.
funny. I remember watching that, and I had a bunch of friends over, and they were absolutely enthralled with the movie. And then it comes out to the whiteboard, and it's like weakness equals sound. Be quiet. And I was just like, oh my god! I burst out laughing.
They're so weird.
Quiet, Chuck.
Now I
You'd think that
understand.
you would have written something more important at that point, because like that would have
They could
been.
use that to communicate.
I don't know.
Maybe if they used a whiteboard more, they wouldn't have that one stupid kid like playing with this noisy toy on the bridge with his like entire family going ahead of him. They like show that in the trailer, and I was like, oh my god, no one would be that stupid.
They had like
I'm glad
big ass speakers around their property, if I remember right. They had like a big speaker system. Right?
Yeah, just blast like cannibal.
Well, they could just blast
and then
like
shoot all of them.
waterfall noises, because apparently that works. Right? I don't know. There's a lot of things they could have done.
And they took our boy.
And to
Cillian
answer
Murphy
the
for
question
second
in the super chat, yes, that's on my watch list, so I will be watching it for my 2016 list. Yeah, well, the main protagonist was the director, so he can be behind the camera in the second film. I don't know.
Hopefully, we won't have a lot on this plate then.
It was like a decent looking movie, like visually. Like there were some cool design things, and like it didn't look terribly shot at all. But it was just so frustrating because like if the goal is to make me feel invested at any moment, then you would want a less transparent script. You would want a script where there are reasonable ways that characters could be in danger, not just, oh, this thing's just gonna break randomly at this moment, or like they're gonna be dumb here, or oh, stupid kid, or like the upwards facing nail in the floorboard that
It's
she
like
has,
Home
that she's
Alone.
So strong.
Yeah, that was definitely like a Home Alone skit.
That was so weird that like she
must have
ripped it
thought it was
upwards
like
with
Home
her
Alone.
laundry. The pregnant woman bent the nail upwards with her laundry.
Some strong laundry.
And didn't notice.
I remember the trailer had her like being pregnant and in the tub and being like, and like I was like, okay, cool, we get a birthing scene with these aliens. And then I watched the movie and they completely cut it out. And then she just bangs her hand on the shower door and be like, John Krasinski, I'm here, and don't worry, I gave birth to a baby. You didn't see any of it, but it was really intense.
That's so lame.
You're just reminding me of
The baby didn't cry
so
at all.
obvious that they just did that to like keep it PG-13 so they could like sell tickets to like little kids.
Yeah, the pregnancy scene in the trailer is exactly the moment where I was like, this is stupid, right? Because it's like, literally you just have a checklist of like, I bet you wouldn't want to do this when you have to try to be quiet, and like being pregnant's one of them. It's just like, oh, come on. Like, we're really just going to have like the try to have a baby but be quiet or else you die? Like, it just seems so dumb. I don't know. There's like a million things. And then they had the fucking soundproof room in the basement anyway. Just fucking hang out there.
Yeah.
Make a movie with that premise and you're begging to be criticized and like looked at a fine-tooth comb, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I would rather... I think that science fiction horror can, in many situations, work better if you explain less. You know?
Yeah.
Like The Thing.
Would Annihilation be a good example?
Annihilation, The Thing, Under the Skin, like the characters
Alien,
don't have to understand what's happening.
Alien before the other movies were made.
Yeah. Alien Covenant was pretty stupid, honestly.
I hate Alien Covenant.
Like looking back on
Oh,
it
it's the
now.
best one though.
Oh yeah.
You blow out the fingering.
What was that one?
I
Life
will
or
do
something?
the fingering.
Oh yeah, he like
Controversial
makes
James
out with
Franco was in
himself.
it
That
for
was
like
really
2
funny.
seconds.
Yeah, the pacing was so uneven from what I remember. It
Well,
was like, oh, these parts are going to be really fast for no reason. These parts are going to be really slow, and then more fast stuff, and then more slow stuff. It was like felt kind of inconsistent.
at least
And that was kinda
Prometheus looked
annoying.
really nice. Because Prometheus was stupid too, but it looked
Yeah.
like there were some really good shots in that movie. And then Alien Covenant was just like, none of this even looks good. It's just stupid. Like there are no good shots anymore. So I'm just left with a
Wasn't
stupid
James
movie.
Franco in it too?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Wasn't James Franco in it too for like 5 minutes?
Oh,
for
I
some
don't know.
reason?
Yeah,
Oh,
he just
5
Yeah, he
minutes
gets
in
just
there.
there to
alive.
die.
Yeah, he's the guy
Yeah.
who dies at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
I completely forget. I didn't remember he was in that at all.
That's
Would
my
we
favorite
say Alien
character.
3 is worth watching?
Would I say what's worth watching?
Alien 3.
Fincher.
Oh, it's not bad.
Interesting.
If you're on a
Interesting
Fincher kick,
story in
maybe.
that movie.
Did you talk
Yeah,
about
Fincher
it?
I
hates
don't
it,
know.
though.
It's like kind of
Does he?
boring.
Really,
I
even
think
this
you talked about it.
Mm.
The story behind the movie is more interesting.
Yeah, that's way more interesting than the movie itself.
They
Definitely.
should just make a movie about that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
Wasn't the director's cut not even really the director's cut? They just like
No.
Yeah,
Through
20th
a-
Century
Yeah,
Fox
it's like
tried to
Bill
get him
was
to
saying
do
about
like
that.
an
It's like-
introduction. Yeah,
Yeah.
20th Century Fox tried to get him to like do an introduction to the movie, like try to go
And he just
back and like
didn't do it.
recut it and all that, and then he was like, "Screw you, I'm out. You didn't let me do
It was
what
like
I wanted
David
with my
Fincher's
movie,
ideas.
so I'm done."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who does he
But
work
you just
with
want
now?
nothing
Let's
to
see.
do with it. You do it
Does he
yourself.
do consistent
Fox.
work with one particular studio? Let's see.
So
Oh, no, 20th Century Fox is
Well-
still Gone Girl, so that's
Yeah.
distributed
yeah, that was
though.
Fight Club as well.
Distribution is a
Yeah,
bit
Gone
different
Girl
than
looks awesome.
production
I'm
company,
really
I guess.
curious to watch that.
Gone Girl's
It's
awesome.
a good one.
It's a really
Yeah,
good
it's
movie.
great.
I watched Mank not too long ago, just because I never got around to it. And
Yeah.
it was okay.
It's very boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
It's not
I
for
think.
everyone, I guess. but
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
like a
lot to
not
admire.
for me.
I like
Yeah.
the idea of it.
Yeah, I get it.
I know,
I love
like-
it myself.
Even Chris Duckman said that the only reason he was really interested in it is because he loves movie history, and Mank was kind of about that. But he was pretty bored with everything else. And
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
saw
an
one
interesting character study, about this guy.
I liked the soundtrack more than I did for Soul, though. Like the Trent Reznor
You liked it? You
stuff.
liked it in Mank more?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, I like the Mank soundtrack more.
Yeah, I mean, the Mank soundtrack fit really well. It felt like an old timey music, but I thought the Soul one was a lot more. It stood out a lot more. It was a lot more unique. I found.
It's weird because for me, I liked the John Batiste soundtrack stuff more than I did the Trent Reznor stuff for Soul.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I know.
Well,
it's
yeah,
weird, but-
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross were gonna win anyway, so they were like, "Why don't we just
Yeah.
throw one other guy in here?"
Of course. Oh
Yeah.
no.
The Academy could have thought that. I don't know. It would have been weird for them to win the Oscar and then the other guy just not.
I know. That would have been fucked up. Oh man, but I'm glad when they did get it though, like they just let John talk, which I thought was really
Oh,
cool.
because they've done it before.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah, they won
um,
it for Social Network.
wait.
that didn't happen for Anthony Hopkins when he won Best Actor. They wouldn't even let him talk over Zoom.
Yep.
Oh, he
I
just
think
he
they
just
didn't
didn't.
want-
He just didn't.
Well, he
want
was
to.
in bed, wasn't he?
No,
doesn't
it came out
identify.
later that he pleaded with them to try and do a Zoom call, but it was against their rules.
That's weird.
Yeah, because
So
it was in a
lame.
specific country.
They
Feel
because they
terrible
had
for
some
him.
sort of I don't know. They
He
just
did him dirty.
decided that they were anti Zoom call, and there was like a hub somewhere in the UK, I think, where the people who won for the guy who the father's screenplay, who was the French guy that won? Was it the father? Was it a?
Yeah, it was the father. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then another French person. Yeah, the two French people were at the same hub, somewhere in the UK, I think. And Anthony Hopkins like couldn't travel there or something, and he was like, "Can I just do it over Zoom?" And they were like, "No." And so the ceremony just ended, and it was really weird and awkward.
It is weird.
It's because the Academy doesn't want you to realize there's a pandemic going on and that people can't travel to Los Angeles for their award show.
I don't know.
I think the
What's
father
that
might be
Chadwick
my favorite
Boseman
movie,
NFT thing?
Sorry?
What?
The Oscars, were they like selling a Chadwick Boseman NFT?
You're gonna have
was in the
to
gift bags,
find that
wasn't
out
it?
for yourself, because I don't know.
I don't know if they were selling it. I know it existed.
Oh.
I think The Father might be my favorite movie of the year, to be honest. I thought it was actually really powerful.
Yeah, pretty great. It was very. It felt like a nightmare watching it. Like I was just in this nightmare, like that I would never get out. You know.
Yeah. For me, like it was Sound of Metal for that reason, because like I'm a drummer as well, and like I have tonight. I have a not bad tonights, but like I have it like in my left ear. So like I always feared that. It's like every time I drum, it's like this is gonna be the last time I can.
Do you wear earplugs?
Same.
I do now.
Yeah.
I did it for like 6 years.
I didn't when I was a kid. Like I grew up playing drums, and I should have worn earplugs. And
Same.
Ugh.
That's why I have tinnitus.
Oops. But my dad told me I'd be a pussy if I didn't wear earplugs, so I just listened to my dad for some reason.
My parents made me do when I was playing early on.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull up some stuff here. There's a new Barry Jenkins thing coming out very soon called The Underground Railroad. It's apparently being released May 14th.
Go for
Are they being released all at once? What the fuck?
Period piece.
Is that the one that's like 7 hours long?
There's like 10 episodes, and they're like 10 hours long each. Sorry, an hour long each. It's 100 hours.
Also,
I think,
apparently May 14th is the day Spiral comes out. In my
I know,
country.
but I'm not seeing it because I'm not vaccinated, so fuck Lionsgate.
I'm so hyped for Spiral. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'll have
Not
to
as much
catch
as
it in a
Roll. I
couple
already got my
months.
ticket.
So.
Where's Vancouver at?
I just got my second jab.
In terms of vaccination.
I got it like a month
Fully
ago.
vaccinated.
I got it like a month ago just because of asthma.
Yeah.
I got mine last week.
The CVS was basically begging us to get it, so I just got it because they were like, "Please come in, please," and I was like, "Okay."
That's really funny. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to that point soon.
They're offering free vaccines if you come to the game. All you need to do is get a vaccinated and you get in for free.
Yeah, I'm like totally on board with the hey, if you want to use our business, you should be vaccinated thing. I'm totally on board with that.
Me too.
Because there's a lot of people that like it doesn't care that much. Like they don't care that much, and they'll just not do it. But if they have like some convenience reason to do it, then they will. You know, if it makes
where I work right now,
doing
we're
things
kind
more
of dealing
convenient.
with. We want everyone to be vaccinated, but obviously it's some people's right to not get vaccinated if they don't want to be. So it's a difficult area because you want to make everyone feel comfortable and. But some people don't want to.
It's everyone's right not to be vaccinated. It's everyone's right to be able to not wear clothes. But in most businesses, they would expect that you're wearing clothes when you enter the business.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a mandate that'll come though.
What job do you work at?
Do you live in Canada, Taylor?
Yeah.
What part? Ontario?
Ontario, yeah.
Yeah, I figured dude didn't make
The Jersey.
Yeah, like in Nova Scotia, they just announced today like 40 and up can get the Pfizer and Moderna now. So
I'm in Thunder Bay though, which is northern Ontario, like
15
hours away from Toronto. So we're still fucked though, because we still have to use all the same.
Is it a hotspot?
Yeah, because you're on the hotspots, right?
I've got like 100 cases in my community, not even.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm already making travel plans actually for like November and shit.
Good
I'm
idea,
like
it's gonna be-
You should be fine.
Yeah, I'm like so ready for all this stuff to be over that I'm like mentally it's like basically
who
over.
isn't?
I'm getting my first dose this week.
Hey,
congrats.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Does that mean when you have your when you're vaccinated, then you will go to Spiral?
Yeah, when I'm fully vaccinated, then I'll see Spiral. But by that point, it might already be on digital. I don't know. It depends how long the gap is. A lot of movies in 2021 have had like a let's put it in theaters and then let's put it on digital like a month later thing. I don't know. I guess it depends how successful it is. Chaos Walking, it fucking went to digital really quickly.
I work in.
And nobody watched that.
When does Old get released?
June, July. So theoretically, I'll be able to. I should be fully vaccinated in July. I think it's released. Let's see.
Oh, then
Don't
you
want
can
to
go see
miss out
Space
on an
Jam
M
in
Night
theaters.
film opening night.
Yeah. Biggest blockbuster of the summer.
If that could be my first movie in theaters since
Old
or like all year, I wouldn't be unhappy with that. Yeah, July 23rd.
First YMS for a theater movie.
Yeah, July. Yeah, end of July. So it's looking like it'll probably work out.
So Old
If
will be
Saw
your
just
first
like
movie?
released a bit late. Why was it so important that they release in May? Why do they like the month of May so much?
Maybe it was
Flowers
Chris
and
Rock's.
And
I
they
got a
like
phone
tweeted,
call.
"You want to see this in
Ah, shit.
theaters? Trust us."
I got a phone call. I'll just be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry if this was talked about already, but did anyone see the Venom trailer?
I did.
Yeah.
I
The
have
first
not.
20 seconds.
Does it look
They
weird?
changed,
When
they
Venom
changed
is
Woody
so
Harrelson's
funny.
wig.
I just
I
lost
thought it
my
was so funny.
I couldn't.
So
I
bad.
just saw
was
the
like-
very fascinating poster.
It's really it yeah.
If I close my eyes, it doesn't exist. If I close my eyes, it doesn't exist.
Has anybody noticed?
Don't
This
speak
is
it, don't
that,
say it. Don't speak it, don't
the
think it,
Venom-
don't say it.
The Venom
Yeah,
voice
like
is
the
different.
vibe.
I'm just hoping
said
that
it.
Eminem came back.
I'm actually really upset about the Venom stuff because I named my geckos like Venom and Carnage, and right after that shitty movie came out, I was so angry. Hold on.
I'm
a
just
sec.
upset because like this is our first time we're seeing Carnage live action, and it's the dumbest way they can do it.
It's just Venom but red.
Does anybody like Woody Harrelson?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
guess
a good
sure.
actor.
I don't know if I like him
Yeah,
as Cletus Cassidy though.
I think his mom probably likes him.
Maybe. I would say that.
Didn't he like shoot his dad?
Wait, what?
Did
I've
I
been there.
like that?
Cletus Cassidy, you mean, or the actor?
Or the actor? I heard like he had like a shitty dad. So like he
I
like
know.
I don't know, there's something like that.
Interesting.
I like Woody Harrelson. I just think they're a better actor for that role.
Like,
Well, yeah.
He really wants to talk about Rampart.
who would make a good Carnage? You think?
I think the guy who played Rorschach, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Jackie.
I would say he
Earl
would be
Haley,
pretty good.
In the Zack Snyder
maybe
Watchmen
kind
or
of old.
Watchmen
Goggins.
TV
Zack
series.
Snyder one.
In the
know,
90s, yeah, in the 90s, Jim Carrey would have been perfect for it.
This is the only true Carnage.
Ooh.
Hi, Carnage. I love
Beautiful.
you.
When?
Do you think there'll be a lady
Aw.
Carnage for Carnage?
Very cute.
Did you name that because of the long tongue?
Hmm?
Did you name that because of their tongue? Like a gecko's got a long tongue and like Venom.
No, so I got her when she was like 2-ish grams. So I was like, what's the most menacing thing I could name this little girl? And I was like, Carnage. And now she's a general nuisance.
Hmm.
You want to go back into your pool?
Living up to the name.
I wonder
All
if
right.
there'll be a
Adam,
lady-
look a gecko.
Oh no.
Goodbye.
Aw, so
The pool
cute.
noodle.
All right,
Man,
Adam,
my
what did you
friends
think
like one of my best friends is like trying to give away their cat, and it's like, fuck, that'd be cool to have a cat.
I
It's a
want a
really
cat.
nice. It's like the ideal like kitty cat, you know, where they're basically a
Aw.
dog.
Long hair or short hair?
Short.
Look, I have a kitty cat right here.
Yeah, I think it's
See?
like
Hi, cat.
I think it's hypoallergenic. Like it doesn't shed. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I could because my landlord, we're not allowed pets on lease unless there's some weird thing where I would still have rights in this situation. I think maybe I don't know. I could look in the provincial tenancy rules, and maybe I'll just be allowed to do it even if he doesn't want me to.
In Ontario, they can't deny you it.
Yeah.
About like it's a support animal.
Yeah, therapy animals are a big thing.
Yeah.
Well.
That's just
I'll look into that
animal.
actually.
It's supporting you. It's paying rent.
Because I don't know. He was trying to see if I had any close friends that would take them, and I asked around and haven't found any yet. I don't know. If I just looked after the cat, then I could always give it away too.
Give it to Scoot and be like, "Hey, it's you."
Yeah, he was the first person I asked, and he couldn't right now. Yeah, let's see.
All right. Anyway, what did you think about the Mitchells versus the Machines? Lots of people have been saying it's great, but it looks kind of meh.
I couldn't stand that movie.
I only liked the Furby scene because I collect.
Too long.
Yeah, and they show it in the trailer. So what's the point?
Oh, Mitchell's in the Machines?
So fucking long.
Excited for it because it's the same people who wrote Gravity Falls, and it's a pretty great show. So.
And Lego Movie, right?
It was very meh.
Not Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yeah, the original title for it was called Connected, which is like.
Oh yeah, it looked really. It looked
even
awful.
Worse,
it looked really gross. I saw the poster. If you search through them on IMDb, you just keep clicking to the left or whatever. Let's see. Vancouver, motion to end no pet restrictions contracts on October 13th, 2020. Motion put forward by ask the province to prohibit the no pets clauses in rental contracts and ask the city to Okay, so I think maybe I could just take the cat. And then if I don't like it, I can give it away.
Give it some thought
first. If
first.
you're gonna damage your apartment, you don't need to advertise that you have it by bringing it outside to use the washroom. No one's gonna
take it for walks or just put it outside your door and be like, "This is what I own." Cat.
In your
a sign in your window.
I don't know if this actually passed though. They passed a motion. Does that mean it's law? Probably not. I'm gonna have to look more into this.
If they don't see it, it's not breaking the rules.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like living under stress of whether or not someone sees something. I don't like living with secrets or anything, you know. It's just stressful because then it's just always on my mind, you know.
Valid.
Yeah.
It's important to know your legal rights.
Yeah.
Of cat ownership.
So, Adam, I don't know if you talked about this already on Sardonicast or something, but we were just talking about it. I was curious what your thoughts on the Venom trailer were.
It looked dumb. It looked stupid. I don't know what you want me to say.
They're best friends now. Eddie and Venom.
They were best friends in the last movie, so.
Yeah, but
it's really obvious to me.
Yeah, they were both losers. So
I'm a loser on my planet, Eddie.
I think it just makes me angry that I know that they just made Venom a good guy so they could.
Yeah, and they advertised it as a villain movie. It's really annoying.
And it's not.
It's not a villain movie at all.
I just want a good villain movie.
Well, what's weird about Venom is the fact that he made a Venom movie without any connection to Spider-Man, which is his most important character trait, is that he hates Spider-Man. So it's why would you make
Tom Holland is gonna eventually show up in one of these movies.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea.
I'm just
remember
it doesn't exist.
In 2019, it was Sony was trying to get the rights back to Spider-Man. What happened with that anyway?
In the Sardonicast subreddit, there's a picture of someone who had a newspaper open in the trailer, and it says Avengers in it, and the title of the post is "Oh, Ralph has officially won the competition." I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Just the word Avenger on a newspaper, even though it showed half of the word, doesn't mean anything. Even if there are Avengers in the Venom universe, that doesn't mean that they're the same ones. I'm pretty sure
they're just people who avenge.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like they'll probably make like references or whatever. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure the bet was to like have like 2 characters from the different universes in the same movie or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, do they have to be like physically in the same movie for the bet to pay off, or?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to just go back. We'll have to go back to the video. I don't know what the bet.
I'm pretty sure that was it. Because Ralph
not clear.
Thought that Spider-Man was going to show up in the movie, and Alex didn't. I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Wasn't it just Spider-Man has to show up in the movie, or Venom? Like what? Either Venom or Spider-Man have to show up in each other's movies.
I think it was Tom Holland specifically in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Holland Spider-Man, exactly.
Well, I just hope
the MCU.
I just hope that's similar to the that make-out scene in Venom. They have one where it's him and Carnage. That would be utterly hilarious.
Oh god.
You think at some point in like the Venom movie they'd be like, huh, his outfit looks a lot like Spider-Man's. How weird.
No,
yeah,
it's not
I remember.
He doesn't have the white spider on it.
Oh yeah, true.
Therefore, it's not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Even though it absolutely is.
Yeah, Adam, I remember like one of the things you complained about in your review of the first Venom movie was that it was like a movie for babies because it was like PG-13 and all that. And obviously, if they're going to be having Avengers in this new Venom movie, they can't make it R. So, you know, I haven't.
I don't
seen
know
the
if
trailer, so I
I'm
don't know what kind of
convinced
tone
that
they're aiming for.
Avengers are showing up in the new movie.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not Avengers are in the movie, they weren't going to make it R-rated. That's not relevant. They just want to make it PG-13 so they can have more money because they think no one will watch it if it's R for some reason.
Yeah, I don't think Avengers are going to be in it at all.
And then what's his name? Andy Serkis. He's directing it.
Oh yeah, someone who's never directed a good movie.
Yeah.
Literally directed a movie. I think he directed one other movie before this.
Oh yeah, Adam Wingard is Adam Wingard, who you also say has like never done a single good movie, is like doing a remake of some Korean language thriller called I Saw the Devil.
Yep,
Like,
I'm aware of this.
Oh god.
Who's doing the face-off sequel?
Also, Adam Wingard.
Please tell me
Adam
you're
Wingard
joking.
is doing everything for some reason.
Please tell me you're joking.
Learn to read subtitles.
No, it's been a thing for a while. It's been it's not a joke.
Lame.
Yeah, I don't know if the Vancouver Council passed a motion to end that thing, but I don't think it's not really. I don't think it's. I don't know what this. I'm gonna have to make phone calls or something. I don't know what this means.
Maybe you could
get to the
landlord.
There's one
conspiracy.
website that says that it's been removed, but like I don't know. What if the website is just politically illiterate? Because that happens. It isn't like a really big website.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
On that note, if you are worried
You'll have to
about
look
like,
at your
sort
link
of
too. You'll have to look at
committing.
what
Oh, the
was-
motion was approved on October 15th, apparently.
Oh boy.
But if the landlord specifically put in your agreement that they can break it, if that does happen, that might be a loophole on their end. If they
No, because this
specifically-
is specifically against that. Like that, what would this motion be if that was the case? Because that would just be what you're describing is something that already exists without the motion.
Well, then it sounds like it's exactly as where I live too. Then I just know in some places that can happen.
Yeah. That I think. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
That movement
I'll
is
look it
well
up more. Yeah.
You may be getting a cat.
Maybe.
That's
What are you
what
gonna
I'm
name it?
I've got two. They're awesome.
I'll think about it. I'll have to consult my other roommates.
Wait, what's its name?
Yeah.
Like Blueberry or something.
Can you rename it to Cheese? I just think it would be fitting.
Cheese.
Yeah, I just think it would be fitting.
Okay.
I already have the name Carnage.
Oh, you took it.
Yeah, it's mine.
You'll be right then.
Yeah, we'll see. If it's like really unintrusive, then cool. Like, why not?
Nice.
Something that looked like complete garbage to me, but I ended up binge watching literally all day yesterday. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Invincible on Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that looked so
yeah.
bad, and it turned out to be so good.
Is it that
It was
good?
awesome.
It's pretty damn good,
I enjoy
especially
it.
with the oversaturation of comic book stuff. Like I don't know. I just was expecting it to be so boring, run of the mill, and it gave something different than any other comic book IPs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like something that's like worth watching and interesting. Though I hope it's supposed to be like very adult and violent, and
It
I
is
hope
very
that it's not.
adult and
I just
violent.
love. I feel like with the binge experience of it, there were so many little payoffs to things that happened in earlier episodes, like just little actions that characters would make that would be like cold open and some as a result of these actions. And like
I'm weirded out by because if the Underground Railroad is releasing all in one day, why the fuck is Amazon releasing some shows weekly? Like that's so annoying. Unless Underground Railroad isn't being released in one day. I don't know. Why are they just it seems like they're picking and choosing which shows they release all at once or
I watched Invincible.
weekly.
The whole season was out, so I didn't even know they
it's
did
out
that.
now, but
I guess the thing that kind of worries me the most about Invincible is that it just almost feels like it's too easy to be like, ooh, we're like a superhero series, but we're super dark and edgy with lots of violence.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I was thinking going into it. Because you've already got
Netflix. Has Netflix ever done releasing one a week? Because I noticed they did that. I noticed they did that with Beastars season 2 in Japan.
Oh, did they?
For some
They've
reason.
done that before.
But what do you mean?
Yeah.
Netflix doesn't own it in Japan, right? Netflix just owns it for North American, right? Why would they release it in Japan first if Netflix owns the property? I'm pretty sure Netflix just has
because they don't have
license.
subtitles for it. Okay, let me explain.
Netflix owns
this was
it.
also a problem
I thought it was like an actual network in
Let
Japan.
me explain. This was also a problem with season 1. Season 1, they were basically not releasing for several months.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, the only reason they did release it in the US afterwards was because they finished up an English dub. If you wanted to watch it on Netflix, right now, you would have to use a Japanese VPN, but there would be no subtitles because they didn't bother writing them yet.
Yeah, it's licensed by Netflix. I'm looking at the wiki right now. Original network is Fuji TV Plus. So that's why if Netflix owned it outright instead of licensing it, then it would just be released simultaneously around the globe. But Netflix, because they license it, they just have to wait for the subtitle work to be done to release it in the US, because they're just taking a property that already has been released in Japan. So.
Yeah, but what's funny is that literally the day after an episode came out, sometimes not even a day, pirates would have the whole thing subbed already.
Oh yeah, of course. And the fan subs are better than the Netflix subs, which is weird.
That's true. The Netflix
and also
subs
consistent.
are dog shit.
There's always fan subs for anime, no issues. They always seem to be pretty good.
There's only one part that's kind of weird. They renamed an entire character.
There's some weird stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the character is named Rokume, which means 6 eyes, and they changed it to Hexai.
Oh, weird.
Which is fucking weird and stupid.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Love Robots season 2.
That's soon. That's in a week or what? Or a few days.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome. That came out of nowhere. And then season 3 was greenlit right after that announcement. So that's awesome.
Very cool. Yeah. Not all of the episodes are good, but I like it.
That would be very difficult to expect every single. That's because they're so diverse. Everyone touches on a different.
Yeah, I like the idea. This is basically just a short film festival thing,
Yeah, it is like that. It's for everyone.
Streaming platforms have provided a place for short films to be kind of viable. Yeah, May 14th. So this and Underground Railroad are releasing the same day. Shit, fuck.
And
Today's the 14th. Tuesday,
Spiral.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Damn, I've got a lot of shit to watch.
It's gonna be a good day.
I'm curious what's so bad about the Beastars sub, the official Netflix one.
Well, for one thing, they call Louis Rui.
Louis Ruiz.
Oh, bro.
Well, no, his name is supposed to be pronounced Louis, but
I don't know.
Like King Louis.
Yeah, that was like one of many problems with it, and
Legoshi and Legoshi.
What?
Yeah, the Legoshi thing bugs me.
Yeah.
It sounds wrong in my ears, but whatever.
What is that?
Okay, so the main character of Beastars is named Legoshi or Legoshi, whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
Like Bella Lugosi.
But there's like a debate about it because in like the fan translated manga, it's spelled Legoshi because it sounds like Bella Lugosi.
Okay.
But apparently, in the country that Bela Lugosi is from, his name is pronounced Legoshi, and that's also in Japan. You literally can't write Legoshi; you have to replace the C with she.
Yeah.
Which is
an S with the SH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so in other
there's
words, it
even,
doesn't
like,
really matter.
And there's also versions you can find where like the character Haru is referred to as Hal.
Hal?
It's
Hal.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, if you watch like the season 2 trailer, it'll say Hal next to her
That's
face.
awesome.
If you read like the descriptions of the episodes on Netflix, it'll say Hal.
Hal
It's really
9621.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like Hal the robot.
It's like Malcolm in the
The
Middle.
reference Haru is a female character, so
nice.
What's the difference?
Haru.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
a
how
show
many
I've
women are
been
named
like
Hal.
a show I've been like recently binge watching is called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've been watching a
My
lot of
favorite
that on
show.
Hulu.
I've literally never heard of this show ever.
Oh, yeah,
What?
it's really funny. It's about all these
my
people who
favorite
like
show.
run this Irish bar, and they're all kind of awful to each other, but it's really funny. Like, have you seen any of it, Adam?
I've seen bits and pieces. I need to do a proper watch though.
That's my
Yeah,
favorite show.
it's
I
really
love
good.
that show so much.
Yeah, I'll go through
Yeah.
it properly at some point.
It's really good because it's like it's kind of like how Seinfeld. Everyone's a fucking horrible person.
Yeah.
But then they start doing like real smart stuff. Like they have half the gang is like gun control episodes. So half the gang is like it's too easy to get guns in America, and the other's like it's way too hard. And then they all go through their shenanigans, and then by the end they're totally flipped at the end. And then there's one guy who's like, I don't really have a position on this, but I own the gun stores, so that's why I'm driving up all this fear and making sure everyone goes to get the guns.
That's funny.
So they got really smart writing, and it's they have a musical number called The Nightman Cometh, which is based on a play called The
that was
Iceman
really
Cometh.
that's what my mind immediately jumped to when I heard about the whole news that Zack Snyder wanted Batman v Superman called Son of Sun and Night of Night.
Oh god, yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
I wish that was
so
the title.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
like,
like
say anything.
hashtag release the Son of Sun and Night of Night cut. That should be a thing.
I'm not gonna like say anything about it, but the Christmas episode of It's Always Sunny is like actually a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It is
No,
so
I haven't seen that one yet, but yeah, it sounds awesome.
the best thing ever.
All right.
I thought that Eric from Comment Etiquette was like a writer on the show or something. I know he's been in a couple episodes, but he's not listed on IMDb as a writer. I thought that was a thing. Well, whatever. Maybe IMDb is
All
wrong.
you gotta know about the quality of the show is Danny DeVito showed up in season 2 or 3, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm not leaving. This is awesome."
Yeah, it's like the beginning of season 2. It literally just pops up out of nowhere in front of their car.
That's
and then
funny.
they like run over somebody as a result.
There's a lot of memes.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go through it.
And another thing I really love
2005,
about the
wow.
show is that like the fact that it's actually pretty dark. At
Wow,
points
there's
with, like, the
18
humor.
seasons.
It's
Yeah, it's like-
incredibly
That's a
dark.
lot.
Yeah.
Super dark.
There is no way to
like
watch
two
all
of the
those.
characters are active rapists, like, and they're twin
Yeah.
brother and sister,
Oh my
and
God.
they just talk about the implication of taking a woman on a boat because she can't say no, right? It's fucking
Oh
really
my
good.
God.
Usually a show that has 18 seasons tends to
And
go on
then
a
there-
downward spiral, but it seems that this one like is still good. right?
Yeah, I
And
want
then- I
more.
feel like
I want
it's
more
been-
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
watched
bad.
some other episode of Always Sunny recently called something about the Great Recession, and like Frank's constantly trying to like hang himself because he lost money. It's like really dark but also like really funny at the same time.
I actually just watched I just saw at the theater Shiva Baby, and that actually reminded me a lot of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, there's some awkward
God,
stuff
I need to see
and
that
also
movie.
Jewish stuff. So
Yeah. I actually am Jewish, so I actually kind of related to a lot of the Shiva Baby stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people
I mean, I don't go to-
Shiva
I
Baby
haven't-
to Uncut Gems a little bit because they're both Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they both have Jewish elements.
Well, they're both just very like kind of
intense and
like-
stressful. Yeah.
But Shiva Baby is more played for laughs.
Yeah, I really want to see Shiva Baby at some point, but I don't know where to watch it. Like maybe it's already
Amazon.
out.
You can rent it.
Cool. Thanks.
I actually got a free ticket to see it because it played at the theater that I work at, so that was fun.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've been trying really hard to rewatch Festin, that 1998, the first Dogma 95 film, because I watched it for 3 months ago.
Yeah, I really want to watch that too.
It's so awesome, and I'm looking for movies like it. And so in my search today, I watched A Terrible Woman, which is a Danish like 2017 film. And
You mean
it's
a
one of those.
Fantastic Woman?
What was that?
You mean a Fantastic Woman?
No,
Probably
a
not.
terrible woman.
A horrible woman?
It depends where you're getting your but it's by Christian
Taftrup. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Canopy with a K for American like
Sure.
US people. If you have a library card, you can watch free movies. So they have like Moonlight, What We Do in the Shadows on there for free. So I watched it there, and I love a depressing hour and 30-minute movie, and that was fucking terrifying. But it's one of those movies where the feminists are split, and they're like, "This is sexist," or the other one's like, "Oh, this is so empowering." But it's just
Cool.
about a fucking terrible woman. So if you break up with someone and you hate them, watch it. You'll feel vindicated.
Okay.
If you want a film that's like Festin, you should watch the director's other movie, The Hunt. It's really great.
I've seen that. Yeah, I really like that one as well.
Love it.
But anything else like Festin, where it's like some horrible drama and all these perspectives coming together, especially about like such a horrible thing, like well, I don't want to spoil it, but all the horrible stuff that goes into that plot. I love watching dramas like August Osage County.
Mhm.
That was one that was like considerably less good, but I like the play a lot.
Have you ever seen the movie called Coherence?
I have.
I think so, yeah.
I think
Sci-fi?
that would be a really good movie
Let's
for you if you like dramas.
Yeah, that has Nicholas Brendan from Buffy in it. And after Buffy, his life went terrible and he just spiraled into alcoholism. And now he just does like inspiring things about alcoholism and depression. But he's in that as a super drunk guy because they let the people take, like, the director would give a card and say, "You have to leave the room in this scene," and you give someone else a card that says, "Don't let anyone leave the room," and then he just watched them fight.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, I've been really wanting to watch Festin, especially because I loved Another Round so much, but there's just been a lot of other stuff on my watch list I've had to get through. But I'll get to it. It looks great.
I'm looking at these
Yeah,
promotional images for Venom, and everyone just looks indistinguishable from just vor shit. You know, it's just this is just the same pictures you'd find on like vor fetish websites.
We love it here.
I think it's catering to that demographic, honestly.
It has to be now, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, who else would watch it?
What else is the point? Maybe
Yeah, I
Andy
remember
Serkis is one of those people, and he's like, "This is
Yeah.
my movie now."
Yeah, just the final battle of the first movie just looked like a Jackson Pollock painting. I couldn't tell what anything was.
It's
And
Venom, but great
I think
Venom.
this second one is going to be the Jackson Pollock painting, but from Short Bus.
I couldn't will myself to finish Venom. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember a thing about that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I never saw it. I just know the Eminem song.
Eminem.
I don't hate it.
I want there to be another song.
Yes, totally.
Pitbull and Eminem, we need it.
Apparently that was a thing. Apparently that was a thing like a lot of 2000s movies did, they like have some like song to like help market their movie. They did that with like Men in Black and also Wild Wild West.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it depends how good the song is.
Galaxy Defender.
Hey Adam.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of hopes that the new Those Who Wish Me Dead is going to be good by Taylor Sheridan?
Let's see what's happening on the
It's
IMDb.
I've seen that guy's
written
other movies.
by the guy who wrote Sicario.
Yeah.
Wrote Sicario.
But he
Hell or
also
High
made
Water,
something that I
directed
wasn't
and
really
Wind
into.
River.
I'm gonna have to check this.
He directed
so
Wind
this is on
River.
my
That was
watch
his
list.
directorial debut.
I thought I put Wind River on my watch list again, but the first 25 minutes that I watched on a plane I thought were kind of bad. So I'll give it another chance, but I really was not into Wind River.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I didn't like
I'm looking up Those Who
like,
Wish Me Dead
half
on
of the
IMDb.
movie, but I definitely like the ending. Just
Yeah,
because
I'll
of, like one particular.
I'll give it
scene.
another chance at some point.
Is it the
yeah.
is it
I loved
Top of
Hell or High Water. I really liked that movie.
Hell or High Water was great.
Sicario
showed
I
my
liked,
dad
but
that
I'm not
movie.
sure I liked it for the writing.
What about
And
the
I think he
second
liked
one?
it.
Yeah, Those Who Wish Me Dead. We'll see what
Did you ever
happens.
see the
But...
second Sicario? Did you ever watch the second Sicario?
Oh, it's out on May
Sicario?
14th. Why is everything coming out so now?
Just the same day, every day.
Yeah, I guess everybody's just making me aware of this shit. Okay, I'll just have to keep
Isn't
these
that when,
tabs open.
Cruella's coming out.
I looked up on Those Who Wish Me Dead on IMDb, and it honestly looks kind of gimmicky. He's like, "Ooh, this woman, she has killers chasing after her, and oh no, there's a forest fire." It's like
I'm just
Hurricane
interested to
Heist
see
or
it
something.
because
Did you see
It
the
just
trailer,
seems
or what are you
really
basing that off
natural.
of?
In it for a while.
Just like the IMDb synopsis, I guess. I mean,
Okay,
maybe the movie is good.
if something's on my watch list, I just usually don't do any of that.
Yeah, it's just.
I just want to
looks
see
like
Angelina
one of those
Jolie's
movies that's
performance.
like, oh, we have kind of a boring thriller plot. Let's throw a
Man.
natural disaster in there to make it more interesting.
I can't wait to go to the dentist after COVID.
Me too.
Same.
I've got toothache.
I need to get my wisdom teeth removed.
Yeah.
I haven't left the
Oh
house.
yeah, there's a movie coming out called Oxygen.
Oh yeah, it's from the guy who did Crawl and I think The Hills Have
High
Eyes.
Tension. He did High Tension.
Oh, Alexandra Aja.
Oh yeah, yes.
Um,
And also Piranha 3D.
let's see.
I haven't seen any of those, and
What's really
I'm
weird
not
is the
really
poster
interested in
looks
doing
like
so.
Naomi Watts, but it's not.
Yeah.
He's trying to trick you.
Oh, I recently
Some
saw that you
generic
watched
blonde woman.
Dogville. Was that good?
It was, and I almost got like so done with it in the like first half of the movie, really great, and then some stuff in the second half made me like think it's fucking terrible, and then the ending was kind of redeemable, and overall it was pretty good.
So it's a Lars von Trier.
Yeah, if it weren't for the ending, I would have been like, "What is this bullshit?"
like what movie you're talking about?
Dogville, but we're not going to spoil anything.
Mm.
Oxygen
Doesn't
coming
there-
out.
Doesn't
Netflix fucking tomorrow, I guess. Jesus.
What? Okay, jeez. Add it to the list.
Yeah, there's
Oh my
these.
god, you weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And then when is
What
Cruella?
did you
Is it
think
the
of,
end of the month?
Oh, yeah. Cruella looks awful and stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, let's turn the woman who skins puppies into some badass anti-hero.
I
They're
really
not
want
even going to
May
acknowledge
28th.
that she skins puppies. They're gonna pretend that's not.
They're
even
gonna
a thing.
They're
It's
like
like-
playfully reference it. There's gonna be like
they're
she'll
gonna
have
be
like a
making
moment
jokes about it.
where she like looks over at like a puppy and a sewing machine in the same frame and just be like, and then just move along and it won't happen and it'll be
Or
like,
like
I
she-
get that reference.
I think
Or like she's in a store and she looks over at a stuffed animal and was just like,
I just feel like this
Place your
movie
bets now,
kinda-
people.
Yeah. Yeah, you were right about the movie like being PG-13, Adam. You like predicted that when you like watched the trailer.
It looks
You know,
PG-13.
They're not gonna.
It
Yeah,
also has
clearly
it also has the name
be
Disney
like
in it.
Joker.
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah,
I do feel like it could be great if it was R though.
Has Disney ever released an R-rated film that wasn't like just a subsidiary, like Touchstone?
That's
I don't think so. No.
It was 20th
The
century.
closest they came was like I think Pirates of the Caribbean. That was
It's
like the
PG-13,
first
yeah.
PG-13 movie. That was the first one, and they haven't done R.
I mean, like, Fox Searchlight Pictures is a part of Disney now, and they released Shame, which is like NC-17.
That doesn't count. Fox doesn't count.
You're right.
Or
You
like,
can't
Disney
count.
wasn't a part of that.
Yeah, that's a
It needs to be
subsidiary
like a
also,
Disney
is what I was trying to say, not a subsidiary.
Still
Yeah,
find
yeah.
that
I think,
kind of amusing, personally.
Lion King 2019 was rated R, right?
Yeah.
No, that was
rated R
X-rated.
slur.
That was X-rated.
Rated R.
Yeah, for I'm gonna pirate it.
I think my main issue with Cruella is the fact I'm pretty sure, like I'm 99% sure, because I saw her steal those damn Dalmatians in it. It's just going to be a giant story as to why she steals Dalmatian dogs. I know it's coming. I know it is.
There was some tragic
Yeah.
backstory where like a Dalmatian bit her as a child or something.
Yeah, it's gonna
Or
be
just,
like,
like, bark
ooh,
at her
she's
and then-
really mean, but these other people around her are meaner, so it's justified.
Like,
It's Joker. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be
It's
the same
so
structure.
disappointing.
I honestly would have.
She's a girl
Related to
boss.
a Dalmatian.
Like such a bad idea.
Girl boss.
Like, can you imagine like
Shenzi.
the producers like discussing that in like a meeting room or something? They're like, what do you think we should do now to like make more money? I know, let's humanize the woman who skins puppies.
I'm
And,
really
like,
not
try to
looking
ma-
for
and try to make our
Going
and try to make our own Joker in the process. That'll make a killing.
everything.
I honestly-
Disney is coming is gonna be trash.
I honestly would have loved to watch the movie, but I don't want to pay an extra $30 for it.
Are they doing that again? I thought they stopped.
They are. They only don't do that for Pixar.
I think they're
Like,
trying
they
again
did that with-
because Mulan sucked anyway, and they realized
They did
it
that
was
with
a
Raya
bad
the
movie.
Last
Should have done that. Oh, then people would have cared.
And
They're
for
also
Black
doing
Widow,
this for
too.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow as well.
Uh,
I was never that
People
keen
will
on
probably
Weird.
pay $30 for Black
like a
Widow.
good reason not to
Yeah,
support
but I'm already
Disney.
done with the
Yar
Marvel
yar
movies, so
dibble
it's not a
dee.
problem.
Being a pirate is all right to be.
Lol LimeWire.
The
Yeah.
original 101 Dalmatians, I never thought was that great a Disney movie anyway. I like the Cruella de Vil song or theme song, whatever. But
I need to watch
that
it again.
movie-
It's been a long time. I mean, the
I-
animation's really good from what I remember.
I just
I
remember when I was a kid, my
personally-
collection that would be at like the back of the list.
Really,
It's like
I
pretty.
really
It's like in the
all the
'60s though, right?
Dalmatians.
Yeah, it was.
Or earlier. Yeah.
It's a really good movie in my
When
opinion.
was it
Maybe I
made?
just like
Let's
the
see.
villains though.
I find it to be like I feel like it's one of the lesser like Disney movies.
I have to rewatch it because I feel like I would appreciate it more than I would when I was younger, but it's been a long time too.
Like, I haven't seen it, but I feel like that's the reputation.
Mhm.
It's like not up to par with like a Dumbo.
There were some cool things.
Whatever,
in
something
there.
more
There were some
iconic.
Interesting, like the New Yorker magazine. You know that like art style.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that kind of cool artistic vision,
Oh.
I guess.
You know what?
That's why it
Thinking
didn't
about
show up in the search
Cruella-
right away. The '60s film is spelled out in words. It's not just 101. It's the words.
Really?
101
Oh,
Dalmatians is the title.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's totally not confusing.
And I was right.
at
It's
all.
61. So anyway.
Didn't the
I'll watch this
101
today.
Dalmatians live action like cause a bunch of problems because people were buying Dalmatians? I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
I don't
It
know.
did, yeah.
Isn't
There's a
Dogecoin causing a
upsell
bunch of problems because
Dalmatians.
people are buying Shibas?
Oh no!
Yeah, isn't Elon Musk gonna buy a Shiba Inu now?
I don't know. Like the whole Doge meme before the coin even existed. Like now you see Shibas everywhere. They're so much more popular of a breed now.
They're such a difficult breed to deal with. That's the issue.
That's
though.
what I
have
hear
corgis,
is that they're kind of
so
bratty.
We're all good there.
They're very
Shiba
bratty. They act like
Inus?
cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you
My-
want a
yeah, my
dog that
brother
acts like
has-
a cat?
That's the
Exact-
worst of both worlds.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, you have to literally pick up its
It's
shit
a
in a little
jerk
bag,
and-
it's not gonna
yeah.
talk to you.
It's a jerk and it's not potty trained. You want a cat that acts like a dog. That's the ideal.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Not a jerk and potty trained.
Cats are great because they're like roommates. Like they'll say hi and they'll fuck off for 3 hours and get some work done.
That's the main
Yeah,
issue
that's
I've
pretty
seen for some
accurate.
reason. Every time like a movie or something comes out and it like becomes insanely popular and there's a popular animal in it, everybody's like, we gotta buy those. I know a lot of pet stores have been shutting down when like Disney movies with animals come in it now because of that. Like they won't sell a certain animal for like a month or two.
Weird. Yeah, there's also
Did
like people
anybody
naming their
watch,
child.
like, the Lady and the Tramp remake?
No, there's also people
No.
naming their child Elsa.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You got a
Better than being named Olaf.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right here, right now. My name is Ohana, and I was born a year before the Lilo and Stitch remake, so I can safely say being named after a Disney movie is not a good idea.
That's funny.
Sucks.
Yeah. Especially when the name is just too solidified in one property. It's like, I don't know.
And now they're coming out with live action Lilo and Stitch. I can't win.
Are they really?
I can't win.
God.
They're gonna
That
botch the
sounds so
Stitch
cursed.
animation, so where the internet's gonna riot like Sonic.
You know,
Live
I would,
action Stitch sounds so cursed.
I just wish they
I
kept
would
the old
like-
Sonic design.
Isn't there
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
for
a
sure.
live action Robin Hood?
yeah,
They
there
already
is.
did it like multiple times.
No, like a furry
like,
one
so
though.
many times.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
Oh,
live
maybe.
action
How
furry
can
Robin
that be
Hood.
live
Like a
action?
Fox
Like a
one?
furry remake
They
of
get like
everything.
I don't know, The Lion
Smokey
King was
and
live
Robin
action.
Hood together.
Yeah, they're just gonna do the Lion King thing.
Yeah.
From what
There's
I
an
understand,
upcoming Disney movie called Jungle Cruise, which is literally like based off of one of Disney's theme park
Yay.
rides. It's like the second Disney movie to be based off
Yay.
one of their theme park rides, and it has
Another
like the
Rock
Rock in
movie.
it because
Mhm.
like he has nothing better to do apparently.
He basically
He's
lives in the
making
jungle.
Black Adam. That's right.
But
That's something better.
but Black
Thanks for
Adam
making that
already
movie.
shows up on my channel every April 1st.
Got him.
I fall for that every time. I'm like, okay, interesting. Every time. Black Adam, like,
Hello, my
hello.
friend.
And I'm like, again.
That's funny.
No.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
been making that movie for like 13 years now.
I wish that he was the preacher in Chaos Walking. He's so much better.
Going
Yeah.
back to Resident for a minute. I wonder
Tyrone
why
needs
the
to be
opening-
in more movies.
God, I love Tyrone so much.
Tyrone should have played every character in Chaos Walking.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Why is the opening
Oh, man.
in animated
He would work
Robin
well in
Hood?
movies.
I
Were you
would
trying to
raise
say,
my
Taylor?
rating at least a star.
Yeah.
Well, Adam, what was your thoughts? Did you see the West Side Story teaser? You know, for the Steven Spielberg one.
Has anyone seen the original West Side Story?
I have.
I haven't
it's
seen
pretty
the
good.
movie. I might
I
have
was
seen
lip-syncing in
something
it.
from one of the stage performances. I don't know.
The main guy doesn't sing his own stuff. They just got a guy with a really different but much better voice to sing for him.
Ansel Elgort, he's in it, right? Like,
I forgot that was a person.
Baby Driver.
Didn't he
Is
have
he
a
the
scandal?
guy-
He was like DMing 15-year-olds, so now they're trying to like hide
Oh,
him,
are they? Is
even
he?
though he's the star.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, no.
like they're. You should look
Who
it up.
was?
People are upset.
Man, it's funny how many like actors are getting canceled now.
Is he the
Which
one?
actor are we talking about?
Was
Ansel Ugly Face, whatever his name.
Ah,
Oh.
Baby Driver guy.
Yeah.
Aren't they making a second one?
Second what?
Who knows?
Driver 2?
Yeah.
Ansel.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
that would be, like,
maybe they
his
were
first
gonna.
sequel.
Let's
Maybe
see.
not.
Will like Edgar Wright direct that one, or is it unknown?
Doubt it. I doubt it's
He's
gonna
directing that film that's
happen
coming out
now.
this year, Last Night in Soho, right?
Oh yeah.
In the
Yeah,
Sparks
I want to see
Brothers.
that.
Like a horror movie. which is
Uh,
interesting.
Edgar
Yeah,
Wright
there were
horror
some
movie. That should be
accusations that he is
interesting.
denied. So
Hmm.
what can you do about it?
I got to see Scott Pilgrim in the theater, and it was actually an amazing experience.
Nice.
God, I so wish I could have gone.
It was a film I've seen like 600 times, but it was just so amazing to see it in the theater. Cause like with the music and everything, like you get the whole surround sound, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that must have been great.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Hmm.
Going
Well-
back quickly to sorry.
I was just gonna say, at least he's not a cannibal.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, Rob Cantor, great musician. That guy has a bunch of great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf, Army Hammer.
Does anybody know what's happening with the Call Me by Your Name sequel now because of Army Hammer? Like, is it
Yeah,
just
I
not
wonder,
happening?
right? It might never get made. That's what sucks about these things.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll get made
like,
and they'll
making
just
that
replace him with
cannibal
somebody else
movie.
and it doesn't have to be the same person. Maybe Timothée Chalamet will have moved on to some other relationship.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's like what Dave Chappelle said about canceling. He was like, canceling, like, that makes sense, but let me finish House of Cards first, like, for real.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey is a scary man.
Terrifying.
I watched you like reacted to that trailer, that movie. He directed Albino Alligator, and it was so funny. That movie, that movie is clearly just him like trying his best to do like a Tarantino impression. You know, because like lots of people were trying to do that. I'm sure, like after Pulp Fiction came out, it was so funny. And like the trailer does kind of make it seem like it's gonna turn into a killer animal movie or something because it's called Albino Alligator, but it apparently never does.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to copy a guy who does homages?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey looks both unhinged and too financially and socially powerful to be that unhinged.
Speaking of unhinged, just watched that movie.
That movie, dude.
There's a movie called Unhinged.
It has
it's about road rage gone wrong.
It's more than road rage. It's very divorce guy energy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll watch
It was
list
like the
it.
best comedy of 2020.
Cool, it's on my watch list.
The child
got some
actor
gore.
is so bad though.
It's got some gore.
I don't like it.
I
Just
think
a little
nobody
bit.
is available on digital. Speaking of action movies.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I should check that out soon then. Fuck.
Yeah,
Too many things.
I think I like watched the trailer and like the child acting looked really bad.
I love
Ooh, where's
that.
my kitty bracelet? Ooh.
I love that Russell Crowe's character name is just listed as the man.
Yep.
So the protagonist, just like
Back in the
Tenet.
day, I saw
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah,
day,
Tenet got an Oscar.
and the trailer
Visual effects
before it, and that was legitimately the best
Can I
part
get
of the entire
production
experience.
What are you saying, Jack?
Oh, when I went to see Tenet back in the theater a few months ago, Unhinged, the trailer played before Tenet, and that trailer was better than the entire movie.
I don't understand why iTunes or any other place would release something available for rent, but not to buy. Because you're just going to release it to buy digitally later. So they're making me not want to rent it, because if you pirate it, then you get to own it. But if you do it legally, you don't get to own it. You own it for like 48 hours.
Too much money too.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It's like why would I pay $25 to watch it and not own it when I can just wait, I don't know, 3 months and then pay the same amount of money to own it?
Yeah.
Like why would I do that twice? That's such an asshole business decision. Like give me both options at the same time.
It's on Amazon Prime in the States. I don't know if you can get it.
Amazon Prime doesn't have the same selection in Canada. You can't actually. I don't know if it's even possible to purchase movies on Amazon in Canada. I think you just have the Prime Video streaming subscription, and that's it, which has a
You
wildly
can purchase
different.
movies.
No, you
Can
can. You can.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I'm looking for a movie that's on Amazon Prime Video in the States, it's like, oh, are you from Canada? Click here, and then I click there, and it just links me to Prime Video, which, and then it just says, oh, this is not available, and it's like, oh.
Can't you just get a VPN to like trick?
I would
Prime
need
into
an
thinking you're
American
in
address,
America?
an American account, an American credit card. So, no.
Really? So if you're in Canada, that just doesn't work. You can't get a VPN if you're in
A
Canada?
VPN works for streaming services because the content of the streaming service is based off of where your location is. but you don't need an actual different credit card and different account. Amazon.com is a completely different website than Amazon.ca. Netflix.com is one website used all over the world. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Let's see. Maybe
The more
I can
you
just.
know.
Yeah. So if
Did
I
anyone
go.
see the Green Knight trailer?
No, I didn't watch the new trailer because I'm gonna watch the movie anyway.
What?
Yeah.
Which trailer?
The Green Knight trailer. Honestly, Adam, you're making a good move. I wouldn't
the
watch
trailer
it. I feel
just shows
probably
a bit
shows too much.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avoid it.
Yeah,
Avoid
A24
it.
does that sometimes, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's what
steer
they did
clear.
with like
Yeah.
It Comes at Night. They somehow managed to like give away far too much and like completely misrepresent the movie.
Yeah, nobody.
So, like,
That's the biggest controversy.
Nobody is on Amazon Prime US, but nothing. There's literally nothing on Amazon Canada. So, and
Does
also
anyone know what
it's
the,
for rent and not purchase anyway, right? That's what it's showing here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
both
for,
is
like,
for
20
rental, so
bucks.
I might as well just go on iTunes. That's so silly. Just fuck. I'm 3 hours from like the border, right? Like, just move the border.
Just walk.
So stupid. I hate it. I don't see any good reason to geo restrict like that.
I'm thinking back to like more A24 trailers that like weren't great, and yeah, the one for the Florida project was pretty misleading. It made the entire movie look like pretty cutesy and sappy when it really
It's marketing.
wasn't. Yeah, they like played this like really melodramatic string composition like over the entire trailer, but that wasn't even in the movie.
Yep.
At any point.
Well, I don't even watch trailers for movies that I actually care about. Like
Exactly.
So
if you know you're
it's
going to
not
see it,
wrong
don't
with
watch a
me.
trailer. If a trailer's not going to change your mind about whether or not you're going to see it, watch trailers for things that you wouldn't see unless the trailer looks interesting.
Yeah,
like mainstream.
I saw the trailer from After Hours after I watched the movie, and I was so shocked because it literally gave away everything that happened. Just like the entire movie in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
and if I'd
it
seen the
happens.
trailer before the movie, it would have like ruined the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lighthouse trailer was all right.
Oh yeah, the
If I
Lighthouse
remember
trailer was
correctly.
great.
Yeah, didn't spoil anything really.
Oh yeah, and I have to like privately message you about the trailer for Batman v Superman because the spoilers, but it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so awful.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it at some point. We'll see. It's like really intriguing to say the least.
I really like that Lighthouse trailer parody with Joe Biden and Donald
Oh,
Trump.
that was
I saw it
funny.
in your favorites playlist, Adam.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
funny.
funny. They put a bit of effort
How was
into that.
How was the 420 award, by the way? I wasn't able to catch it.
Well,
It
hasn't
doesn't
aired
exist
has
yet.
it?
I don't know. Ask Derek Savage.
It's in June when it comes out.
Nobody's
no,
seen
it's-
it because it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, he didn't stream it or anything? Like
He
last
never
year?
has.
No, it doesn't do that.
He literally has never streamed it. There have been
Did you
times where he
see-
said he would, but
Wait,
never actually happened.
last
He
year
doesn't even
just
know
put
how
it on
premieres
YouTube, didn't
work.
Did you see the Cool Cat Fights Coronavirus leak?
No,
He
I
leaked
saw the
the-
actual film. I didn't need the leak.
Oh, you got
Although
it?
I'm kind
Yeah, I
of
mean,
disappointed.
that's what I meant.
I
That's
hate
what I
how
meant.
I hate how with Derek Savage and Neil Breen, the physical copies that exist are just lower resolution than the digital copies you can get. Because Derek Savage uploaded the movie in, I don't know, HD, at least 720
It's
on
so on
YouTube
brand
or
for
whatever,
them,
but the DVDs aren't that
some-
nice looking. Yeah, I watched
can I
it.
ask
It
you a
was
question?
bad.
Oh. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Like,
It was the
bad
first
enough
movie
to
I
not
watched
make a
in my
review,
30s.
or-
I watched it like
Oh,
at midnight
story.
on my birthday.
Which one?
Cool Cat Coronavirus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
What
And
hit
the
in
first
June?
movie you're going to see in theaters in your 30s is going to be old.
I guess so. Ideally.
Yeah, I just sent you like the private message about like the Batman v Superman trailer.
Mhm.
It's so awful.
Yeah, I'll check it later.
Again, I can't.
Yeah, Canada's doing weird with their vaccines, but we'll see what happens. They're like prioritizing everybody getting their first dose before prioritizing people getting their second doses. But I don't know. We got to catch up in terms of like the amount of vaccines we have. So.
Yeah, because we're getting like 2 million a week or so.
Yeah, it's looking like it's catching up pretty quickly. So me and all my roommates have appointments at least.
Are you good with needles? Are you worried about?
No.
No.
No, I'm not. I don't get bothered by needles.
It's just like a quick 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And then the
I
nano
watch
chips
it go
in,
in,
and then
the
my
second
consciousness gets replaced by Bill Gates.
Impersonator.
Yeah, this is his revenge for Melinda Gates leaving him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have like everyone like talk exactly like him and harass Melinda
Oh no!
for the rest of her life.
Bill Gates TF.
Bill Gates Gate.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in pepperoni.
Apparently, she started the divorce proceedings a while ago when she saw all of the connections with him and Epstein.
It's the only
Yeah,
logical thing I've ever heard. Because like everyone else is like, yeah, he hangs with Epstein, but whatever. But like if I was someone's wife and they were meeting with Jeffrey Epstein, that's exactly when I lawyer up.
Yeah, especially if it was like, hey, look at all this information that was uncovered that like the wife didn't even know about and was obviously being kept secret from her or something. Like that would be weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Adam, for your video game channel,
Yes.
Adam Plays, I've noticed, I don't really know the details, but I've noticed that you kind of changed the formatting of how the videos are released, the titles and the length.
Yeah.
Do you think that it is helping improve engagement on
It's
that
noticeably
channel so far?
improved. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's doing better in the algorithm. So
I really like the
thumbnails are
thumbnails
absolute-
too.
Yeah,
Who
the thumbnails
draws
are
the
phenomenal.
thumbnails?
I love them.
Amy, who used to go by I think Super Pro Waffles. Their Twitter is listed in the video description if you're curious.
Yeah, the
Also,
thumbnails just like add so much personality to the videos.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Thank you.
That was one of your channels that I kind of was yet to gain interest into,
Mhm.
and in the past month, I'm into the watching
Okay,
those
awesome.
now.
Yeah, they
Taylor,
perform
message
better.
me.
So.
I got the best.
What's that?
They perform
Taylor,
better.
message me. I've curated my own of his best videos. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. The one that got me into it was the Banjo-Kazooie saga. I've been doing a lot of yard work, and I love those games, and those keep me entertained quite a bit.
Noticed your figures in the background on the amp.
Oh yeah, I love Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. I love Grant Kirkhope, the guy who makes all the music for it too. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. We are going to go through each person one by one, and if anybody has any questions or comments, just go when your name is called, and then after that point, I will go downstairs and watch more 2016 movies, or maybe some. I guess none of the things that I have these tabs open on IMDb for are out yet, except Nobody. Maybe I'll watch Nobody. But yeah, I'm gonna watch more
I'd
stuff.
like to hear your thoughts on that.
Watch more stuff and stop using my arms for today. All right, Sebastian.
Yes. I was just wondering, because I'm watching my very first anime, which is Death Note.
Oh yes.
And I saw your review of it on the 2017 Adam Wingard movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm at that episode, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was wondering, like, do you think like it's worth continuing, or should I just stop?
I mean, there's no harm in trying. If you keep going and you're like, this is stupid and I don't like it, and it's not worth watching, then turn it off. Like it gets to an actual ending eventually, and the final episode I don't think is the worst thing ever, but it is less interesting than everything before that point, that's for sure.
Because I was like looking at a lot of like forums about it, and like how everyone I asked is like very divided about it. It's like
it's less interesting. Yeah. You can do what you want. All right, thank you. Amir.
Shit. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I more wanted to kind of just talk about something this time.
Sure.
A bit important.
Go for
it. In these past sort of few months, I've been working hard on my thesis, and I finally finished. And
oh yeah,
it's essentially my feature directorial debut.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I got a 95 on it, which is a lot higher than I was expecting. Yeah, it's a bit of an unorthodox film.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of about an old man who reflects on his life of perceived failure and sort of is presented through vignettes from different parts of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes this film different is I made the whole thing using stock images and animated it in PowerPoint.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's not too long, but yeah,
Okay.
I figured it was important I'd talk about it because you did have a big bearing in sort of me watching films a lot more critically.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah, it was like you, Charlie Kaufman, Stanley Kubrick, Edmund McMillan, like all those people just had such a huge bearing on me sort of just shaping this film in the way I wanted it to.
That's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Link it.
I'll plunk a link in the chat if you don't mind.
Sure. What's the title of it if people want to search it up on
It's just called I.
The letter I
yeah,
or
if you
EYE?
The letter I.
EYE?
The letter I,
Okay.
as in yourself. Yeah, if you search my name, Amir Parawan, you'll probably find that as well. A lot easier because there's probably a million YouTube videos with the letter I in it. So, yeah,
I think I found it, posted 2 weeks ago.
How do we spell your last name?
PAIRAWAN.
How long did you say it is?
I just put about 50 minutes.
Okay,
credits
50.
included.
Okay, that's what I was confused. All right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Thank
okay,
you.
cool.
Yes, I found it.
Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
what was that?
Who were you asking, me or somebody else?
I think I heard someone say something.
They said they found it, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
that's it.
Boards of Cinema.
Yeah, I recently watched a few old movies that I'm interested if you've seen them or not. The first one I saw was 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy.
No,
have you seen that one?
I have not.
I think that one's worth seeing. And then Poltergeist. I'm curious to know what you think of that.
Oh, I forget if I
original
tried watching that movie when I was younger or not. I forget, but yeah,
worth
the so that was like the original. Who directed that? Let's see.
Spielberg. The guy Tobe Hooper, the guy who did the
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Spielberg
which I
wrote
guess
it.
Some say,
Yeah.
Oh,
some say Spielberg directed it like uncredited.
Right.
That's a
Weird.
whole thing.
Yeah, it's on my watch
Oh,
list. I'll check
didn't
it out
know
at
that.
some point.
Oh yeah,
I
and
don't
that
know.
last
There's
one
like
is,
interesting
The French Connection. Like, have you ever heard of that? The
French Connection? I've heard of it.
from
Yeah.
the 70s. Yeah, that one's very interesting as well. You know, it's
Yeah,
on
that one's on my
Amazon
watch
Prime.
list too. Or it is now.
And you know, you said you liked. I think you said you kind of enjoyed, you know, kind of like making fun of Chaos Walking.
Yeah.
You know, so there's this trailer for this like really funny looking movie called Voyagers, which is literally just like, oh yeah, these teens are in space and they drink something that like removes their
I saw that
emotions.
trailer.
But when
It looks
they,
stupid.
but when they, yeah, and then they're like showing like wild animals as like metaphors for them. It's like, come on, you're gonna steal from the house that Jack built now?
Yeah, Lionsgate, and I think I looked up the
that looked pretty
director, and that
funny.
made me decide it's gonna be really bad. Let's see.
Doesn't
The
have
guy,
an
it's
actor
the guy who
from
did
13
Limitless.
Reasons Why.
I don't know. It's the guy who directed Limitless, I think.
Yeah, and Divergent, and The Illusionist.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, this doesn't look good, but I'll add it to my watch list just because it looked kind of stupid. Yep.
That's all I have.
All right, awesome. Owen.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
So I guess my question is, so I've been getting into Terrence Malick's work a lot lately. Been on a bit of a binge of his movies. I was just wondering, what's your favorite of his?
Well, I haven't even seen some of the classic ones, right? Like, what was it? The
Thin Red
Thin
Line.
Red,
Days of Heaven,
yeah,
Bad
that one's
Line.
yeah. Days of Heaven and Thin Red Line are supposed to be some of his better ones. So what is my favorite Malick? Let's see. I'm gonna go through.
What
his
about
IMDb.
Badlands? Have you seen that? That's supposed to be a really interesting one.
Yeah, Days of Heaven is my favorite personally.
Oh, interesting. He
ones I've
directed a
seen.
film called Filmed on Pixel 3. I'll have to watch that ad.
Like
how much he was paid for it.
Right? Have you
Yeah,
seen
wow.
Badlands?
There's only that. Yeah, there's actually his filmography isn't as long as I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know if
like a 20-year break.
Yeah, his
between
earliest
second and
ones, Badlands, Days of Heaven, Thin Red Line, and I think also The New World. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those ones, so I don't know if I could feel comfortable talking about my favorite Malick films. Because like he's in a weirder part of his career right now, isn't he? I enjoyed A Hidden Life a lot. And then
The
what
Tree
did I
of Life.
rate? Yeah, Tree of Life. I think I gave that a 7. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch. I'd have to rewatch Hidden Life, and I don't know. Both that and Tree of Life I really liked. Knight of Cups. I think that was on my list.
Yeah. I think you also gave that a 7.
Yeah, I thought that one was a little like underrated. I don't know why people don't like that one that much.
Yeah, people said it's just pretty full of itself.
Weird.
No. Okay.
Yeah, and then To the Wonder, I don't think I liked as much. No, I didn't. Yeah, To the Wonder was a little boring. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't give a good answer on that. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right.
All good.
Taylor?
Hey, Adam.
Hello.
Two-part kind of music question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I did a project kind of about how sound and color kind of are brother and sister art forms, kind of comparing how like in a rainbow, you've got 7 colors in a major scale, 7 notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got different kinds of scales, different kinds of color palettes and all that. I'm just kind of fascinated in that world. I'm just wondering in your music if there's a key like that you're constantly writing in, or you have a go-to key, either major or minor. And then secondly, I was wondering about your wrist injury. Obviously, you found a way to make it work and still be productive with YMS. But I'm wondering if you found some. I've dealt with that myself in my bass playing, some wrist issues. I'm just wondering if you've discovered and how you're working through that, not only in terms of your YMS, but in terms of your practice for music and whatnot.
Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of music while my wrist is goofed. There's been like 2 days where I had to do something on the guitar just so I could record like a short video of it so I didn't forget it. Something I was writing in my head basically. In terms of like using specific chords, I don't know. I would be surprised no matter which one it is, probably. Like if you determined the frequency of the chords that I use, like I don't know if I'm consciously aware of that, because there's certain songs that like if I start on the same fret on the guitar, sometimes I'll just use a capo just to differentiate itself from another song and just move it up like a semitone just so it's not using the same chords, I guess. But
so you go out of your way to purposely.
If I notice that something's too similar to something else, I'll probably change it. Yeah. So I don't know. I've never thought about the similarity with colors though. That's kind of interesting. Yeah. And then was there another part of that question? I forget. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was just if you had a favorite key to write in based on that. Like when I'm playing in the key of G, I kind of feel a more warmer thing. I was just wondering if you have a go-to sound or you know, when it comes to key and music, it's kind of like the tone of the piece. You know, Spinal Tap,
Yeah.
like kind of famously said D minor is the saddest key, which in a way is kind of true, you know, in the way it brings up certain, just like when you look at like a sunset that's red, other than like a, you know, a beautiful.
Yeah, I would have to be consciously and critically thinking of that as I'm going through my songs to even be aware of that. Most of what I do is just, you know, by ear, if it sounds good, sort of thing. I'm not usually thinking about what key the song is in.
Cool. No, love your records.
Thank you so much.
Music.
Caleb.
Hi.
Hello.
To the recommendation that you gave me last time, which was Leviathan, very great movie.
Awesome.
Thank you. I have another 3 that I wanted to ask. Don't know.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
They are Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu films. They are Beautiful, Babel, and The Revenant. Haven't seen any one of those.
And have you seen Amores Perros?
Yes.
Okay. Babel is in the same trilogy as Amores Perros.
Okay.
Along with 21 Grams, but they're like
and I
thematic.
did watch that one as well.
Yeah, they're thematic trilogies. So I guess maybe Babel just to finish off the trilogy. I would say Babel's better than 21 Grams. Revenant is my favorite out of the 3, probably. Beautiful's good in its own way.
Beautiful and then Revenant.
Yeah. Beautiful and Revenant are both movies that break away from his like tell several stories at once style. They're just singular stories, following like the same characters throughout the whole movie. But yeah, they all have their merits. I would say that, you know, watch all of them. Revenant's the best one. It's the most straightforward narrative. It's his most commercially successful, right?
It's literally the one that I've owned the longest out of like every single digital movie I've had, and I still haven't watched it. So
yeah, I think there's a 4K of that right now also. But yeah, check out if you liked the other ones in the trilogy, might as well watch Babel.
Yeah. So those are the only 3 that I haven't seen from him. So.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. So you've seen Birdman then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I love Birdman.
Yeah. Awesome. I think the Zoom order got changed around on my screen a bit, so we're gonna go Sophia.
Awesome. So I guess the first thing is wish you a speedy recovery. Just because I remember listening to I think it was Wish Sticks, and you talking about if I don't have these fingers, I don't have a life or whatever, or I have a life as long as my hands work. So I remember hearing about your injury and feeling quite concerned for you. So obviously, wish you the speediest recovery that way.
Thank you.
And I guess the last one is what I mentioned earlier, which was, do you have any recommendations similar to Festin besides The Hunt? Because I did enjoy that as well, but I watched that one.
Depends what you're getting out of Festin, because like the kind of weird style approach, there's a lot of similarly interesting stuff, and even more kind of weird, I guess, in like Julian Donkey Boy by Harmony Korine. It's really difficult to pinpoint a movie that's like that close to Festin. Festin kind of seems like its own thing. If we're talking about like just, I don't know, something that builds up narratively and is pretty simple, I'd have to think about it. But I know that there's movies like that I enjoy, even if they don't have the Dogma style. Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily Dogma, but intense dramas or family dramas that have good writing. Do you have any general ones for that?
There's ones that are similar, but like don't quite hit the same mark. Because I remember Xavier Dolan's "It's Only the End of the World" or something is kind of similar in that sense, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's not as good by quite a bit.
I think Krisha's supposed to be a really great
Krisha's
drama.
Krisha's a good
even though
example.
I haven't seen it.
Krisha's
I
really
watched that on
Waves.
his recommendation. Yeah.
I really liked Waves. That's from the same guy.
Yeah.
Treya Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really difficult to pinpoint something like that. Shiva Baby was really good, but that's more of a comedy. Like that's very dialogue oriented, and you know, singular event kind of builds up climactically like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm scrolling through some stuff and nothing's particularly coming to me, unfortunately.
Nice, yeah, well, I got some good leads.
Yeah.
What was that, Caleb?
Would The Savages be one possibly? Family drama?
I mean, but it's so different in structure that I like. There's a lot more movies like The Savages than there are like Festin.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Ohana?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me good? Sorry.
Yes, I
had
can.
To, okay. I don't really have much, I guess. Have you, this is just random, like I don't recommend it, but have you seen the 2-sentence horror story show that appeared on Netflix?
I wasn't aware that was a thing. Let's see.
It is by far the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. So if you want to check it out, you can.
2-sentence. How am I gonna find this? Is it TWO or just number 2?
I think it's TWO because, like, basically from what I'm aware, they just took a bunch of 2-sentence horror stories and then they made them into episodes of a TV show, and it just obviously they're 2-sentence horror stories,
that's
so
funny.
it doesn't work.
So did they just steal directly from creepypasta threads or something? Or like they just they did an Ask Reddit and then put like the most popular ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that looks
like-
unbearable, but maybe I'll watch this.
It is very. I couldn't stop watching it because it was so bad. That's the best way I can describe it.
Okay, then I might be interested then. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's about it. Excuse the Furbies in the background. I'm sorry about that.
And then
oh, the Furbies are gonna come alive.
Oh no. Brady?
Hey, I don't really have any questions this time around.
That's all right.
But thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
And then we already asked Caleb?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Dat Boy. You gotta unmute your mic if you want to ask questions. Hello.
Sorry, I hopped in too late. That was my bad.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't really have any questions or anything. Just wanted to hop in and say hi. And I guess I would recommend if you haven't ever played the Phoenix Wright games.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
a lot of fun.
I was surprised to find out that those started on the DS.
Yeah, they're really old, but I've been playing the trilogy recently on the Xbox.
Oh, yeah, they remastered some of them or something, yeah.
Yeah, and they're remastering another trilogy that's going to be only on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, so I'm looking forward to that. But it's a very fun game, very weird humor, and some of the puzzles can be a bit weird and like how they want you to solve them, but I think it's a fun game. So
okay, yeah, I'll check them out. Thank you so much.
I'm nostalgic for it. Plot's a little dumb at times though.
Salamancer, it's your turn also.
I don't know.
All right.
All right.
Chase.
Really, not really a question, but more of a comment. But last week, my friends and I got somewhat trashed and saw this film called How to Be a Latin Lover, and it was kind of funny.
Okay, let me look this up.
Michael Pena in that? Does he eat ass?
Let's see.
Like I probably wouldn't like if I was sober, but since I wasn't, yeah.
Okay.
It came out in 2017.
I don't know. I'm like less interested in the kind of cringe that I like is movies that take themselves seriously that are unintentionally funny. This looks like it's trying to be a comedy and it's also bad. I'm not sure I like those things.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I'm not gonna watch this, but thank you. You have not sold me
Anytime.
on it. All right, thank you.
Sure thing.
Pretentious.
Right. You guys have a good one.
You as well. Thank you. Pretentious bloke.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's see. I guess I'm kind of curious how you'd rank movies written by Charlie Kaufman.
Eternal Sunshine. Actually, wait, no, Synecdoche, New York, and then Eternal Sunshine, and then fucking I don't know. What's the order? Being John Malkovich, yeah. Synecdoche, Eternal, John Malkovich, and I think I'm thinking of Ending Things more than I like Adaptation. And also, yeah,
Chaos Walking?
Chaos Walking is number 1. And then Anomalisa, yeah. So I think I'm pretty sure I like I'm Thinking of Ending Things more than I like Anomalisa, and then after that would be adaptation, and then after that would be some things that I haven't watched.
Have you seen Confessions of a
I haven't seen
Dangerous
Human
Mind?
Nature.
How about Confessions of a Dangerous
I haven't
Mind?
seen that either.
Right, is
So-
that
Apparently
even
George
going
Lucas
to watch?
fucked him over with that. That he like rewrote it without his permission or something.
Yeah, apparently he goofed it. I don't know, but I never saw it. Taylor, did you have something you wanted to mention quickly?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. The dreamlike quality of I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That's one of my favorite aspects of the movie.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, is there anything else you've seen that captures that even close?
I mean, Synecdoche, New York has a lot of similarity in that sense because a lot of it's coming through in the editing.
So does Eternal Sunshine. The entire movie just
Eternal
takes place
Sunshine
in the
feels
guy's
that way
mind.
a little, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Even
Too.
though it's not Charlie Kaufman, do you think her has a lot of dreamlike qualities to it?
Yeah.
Eraserhead?
I mean, The Father, you could argue, has that.
Totally.
I think The Lighthouse kind of.
The Lighthouse, yeah.
Feels.
Oh, yeah, and like The Lighthouse and Brazil definitely feels dreamlike at points.
I mean, there's literal dream
Yeah,
sequences.
it's dream sequences.
Yeah. Yeah, but especially towards the ending.
Sure.
I'd say Perfect Blue and Solaris are other
I
movies
love
that are
Perfect
kind of
Blue.
dreamlike.
Oh yeah, Perfect Blue.
I actually just got done watching Paprika today.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably a more dreamlike movie, but I haven't seen it yet.
All right. Jack?
All right. Hi, Adam.
Hello.
Just once again, thank you so much for all the content you put out. It's
Thank
so
you.
great. I watch it all the time. And also, Grand Salamancer, you're doing great work on the highlight channel, man. I love it. The Darman videos
Thank
are
you.
fucking great. Just
Thank you very much.
amazing. So I've had a lot of fun watching those. I did have a question. I was gonna say that I've turned my girlfriend into a bit of a Charlie Kaufman fan.
I thought you were gonna say furry, but
Oh boy.
No, not quite.
Sounds like a B movie. I
She
turned my girlfriend
storyboarded
into a
like
furry.
the entire scene of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind where the house is breaking down for a grade in a college class, and from there she went on to watch she just watched like a montage on YouTube of like Charlie Kaufman movie moments. But yeah, so she said it made her cry, and she wants to watch like all of them. And so I was gonna ask which one do you recommend next, but you just gave us a tier list of them, so I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, Synecdoche is my favorite. It hits a little different emotions than Eternal Sunshine, though. Eternal Sunshine is like easily, I would say, like the most recommendable of his movies.
A bit more hopeful, the ending, I would say.
It's beautiful and bittersweet, you know.
Yeah. But Synecdoche is just pretty dour.
Synecdoche is pretty bleak.
Is pretty
But you could argue that it also isn't, in ways. But it is.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, you're gonna have to find out in part 6.
Ooh. I mean, John Malkovich is pretty accessible.
Yeah, John Malkovich is probably the second most accessible Charlie Kaufman film.
Yeah, adaptation is also pretty accessible from what I remember.
We have watched
apparently
Being John Malkovich. I guess between the three I've been thinking of I'm thinking of Ending Things, Anomalisa, and Adaptation.
Well, you can't watch Adaptation before watching Being John Malkovich. That much is certain. Adaptation is basically a sequel to Being John Malkovich.
I didn't realize they were connected, and I didn't really.
Yeah, it's like a semi-sequel kind of.
It's I would say the best experience for Adaptation is watching Being John Malkovich first, even if it's just tiny things. It's important to have.
Yeah, I couldn't say because I did watch Adaptation first, but I wasn't like confused or anything.
It's a separate story, but it's nice to have the. If you don't watch, if you don't watch Being John Malkovich first, then you might kind of have a scene from the movie spoiled for you if you watch Adaptation first. Kind of.
I don't. I'm trying to know which one you're referring to.
The one that it shows them filming in Adaptation.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
that doesn't really spoil what's going on.
Yeah,
That
but if
doesn't
you
spoil
don't,
the
if you're not
story.
seeing that sort of thing coming,
Oh yeah, I suppose it does, doesn't it?
yeah, it does. If you don't know that that's an element of Being John Malkovich, if you don't know that that's a thing that happens in the movie, then it's kind of better to experience it from the movie, not another movie talking about the movie. In my opinion.
Well, I'm sure it is better, but again, I couldn't say because I ruined it for myself, I guess.
Yeah. It's not ruined, but all right.
Yeah.
That was it, Jack?
Yep, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Augie?
Hey, I just I don't know if this is like repetitive or anything because I kind of say this every time, but I just want to say thanks again for the great content.
Thank you.
You know, real inspiration and everything. And I just wanted to say that I actually just finished binge watching Moral Oral, and I really liked it. I was kind of like, when I first finished the third season, I was kind of lukewarm just because I kind of loved the first and second season a little bit more. But I did love the way like nature parts 1 and 2 like really subvert its narrative and like tone and everything. So I think I've been like kind of feeling better about the third season. I've been like grown to really respect the show.
If the third season wasn't the way it was, then it wouldn't be as much of a standout show.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as much of a thing that like is important in the overall landscape of things you could be watching.
Yeah, there are episodes I don't love as much from the third season, but I still think it's a pretty great show. And I also do really like the prequel that they have at the end before Oral.
Oh yeah, that one was meh. It's kind of
I thought it was
forgettable.
pretty funny. I also want to say, while we're on the subject of guitars earlier, I wanted to ask, what were some of your first songs that you learned on guitar?
I guess just Spools of Thread was the first one I wrote on guitar. I don't know if I could name a song that I didn't write that I learned first. You know?
I just started teaching myself, and there are a few songs that I started to teach myself. I've been learning the bass line from Feel Good Inc. and also Polly from Nirvana, which is my favorite Nirvana song. But yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah. That's it. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. And then Benjamin. You gotta unmute yourself, Benjamin, if you want to ask a question. I'll wait. Benjamin! Unmute yourself. I'll give you another 20 seconds. Maybe you're AFK. Oh, wait. Benjamin! Counting down in my head, kind of, maybe.
Sean!
Sean! Benjamin. Okay, we're gonna end it.
Isaac!
Jason.
All right. Thank you all for hanging out.
Rest in pepperonis.
I'll catch you next month. I'm going to do things that don't involve my arms and hopefully get better this month. All right. Thank you all for hanging out.
Cool.
Get better
Bye,
soon.
I guess.
Bye-bye. Thank you for your support.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.